Good day, everyone. Good day, sir. My name is Nicole Mangay Ayam from BS Ed 2E, and we are the group 2. And um, I together with Christine Roque, and we will discuss the first part of our report, which is the concepts of ecology and ecosystem. So first, what is the ecology? Ecology is the study of organism. Again, ecology is the study of how organisms interact with one another and with their physical environment. Studied at many levels, or ecology studied at many levels, including organism, population, community, ecosystem, and biosphere. It seeks to understand the vital connection between the plants and animals and the world around them. So, sa ecology, patungkol siya pwede siyang i-connect sa food chain. Like, sa matatakal na rin natin mamaya kasi mapapakita na siya. Ito yung connection ng yung plants or yung plants and the animals. For example, yung plants and or trees nagpro-provide siya ng oxygen for the animals, and also yung plants or yung mga trees, sila yung nagbo-block ng heat for the animals to survive para mabawasan yung heat na na na-experience nila. Also, isang connection is yun na nga, yung trees yung nagpo-provide ng oxygen, and sila din yung tumatanggap ng ina-exhale ng humans and also animals. And next is the ecologists may study the microbes. Yung microbes is yung mga little or maliliit na bacteria or mga bacteria na sa microscope mo lang makikita. Again, ecologists may study the microbes living in the soil under your feet, or animals and plants in a rainforest or the ocean. It provides information about the benefits of ecosystem and how we can use Earth's resources in ways that leave the environment healthy for future generations. Ecologists, ecologists ay yung mga tao o mga scientists na nag-aaral patungkol sa ecology. Ecologists study the relationship among the organism and habitats of many different sizes, ranging from the study of microscopic bacteria growing in a fish tank to the complex interaction between the thousands of plants, animals, and other communities found in the desert. So here na nga, yung sunlight nagpo-provide siya ng energy for the tree, and yun no, yung bacteria na under yun yung sinasabi kanina dito sa yung ini-study ng mga ecologists, yung, the microbes. Here, makikita dito yung microbes like bacteria, plankton, protozoans, algae, and etc. And next, it is the example of the food chains of the animals, or the connection of the plants and the animals. The grass or the producers, the grasshoppers or the primary consumer, the birds are the secondary consumer, snake is the tertiary consumer, and the owl is the apex predator, and the mushroom or kind of fungi is the decomposer. And next is the biotic and the abiotic factors. One core goal of ecology is to understand the distribution and abundance of living things in the physical environment. For instance, your backyard or neighborhood park probably has a very different set of animals and plants, animals, and fungi that the backyard of a fellow Khan Academy learner on the opposite side of the globe. Their patterns in nature are driven by the interaction among the organism as well as between organisms and their physical environment. This as an example, let's go back to our shower mold. Mold is more likely to appear in your shower than, say, your sock drawer. Why might this be the case? In the situation or first example, maybe the mold needs a certain amount of water to grow, and this amount of water is found only in the shower. Water availability is an example of an abiotic or non-living factor that can affect the distribution of the organism, or maybe mold feeds off dry dead skin cells found in the shower but not in the dresser. Availability of nutrients provided by the other organism in an example of abiotic. Abiotic living organism related factor that can influence distribution. This next slide. Ito na yung mga example ng biotic factors and the abiotic factors that will be discussed by Christine Roque.
So, hello sir, good day. My name is Christine and I'm going to proceed or explain further about the biotic and abiotic factors. So, as we can see on the image here, the biotic factors are the bacteria, fungi, plants, protists, animals, archaea. So, most of this was found or can be seen in a microscope lang. So it can be found, the fungi can be found in plants, in animals. So these microscopic elements can also be found in plants and animals. So next is the abiotic factors, which is the air, salinity, soil, temperature, light, water, minerals, pH, and humidity. Ito naman yung mga factors uh, or the factors na cause siya ng nanggagaling sa atmosphere. Kunwari, for example, the air, the temperature, di ba? When the sunlight hits its peak or yung pinakamainit yung temperature tumataas, dito siya nakapaloob siya sa abiotic factors. The minerals that can be found in mountains and in soils, water, light. So the difference is the biotic is the microscopic factors na hindi mo makikita, which cannot be seen with the uh, with our eyes only, kung hindi natin siya makikita pag hindi pa natin ipinunta sa or tinignan sa microscope. So next slide. So eto pa, this is some of examples of biotic and abiotic. And next, sa biotic, living things, which is the plants, protists, fungus, bacteria. The same with the example from the first slide, from the previous slide. Next slide. So, dito na tayo tumungo, ecology at many scales. So, organisms. Organismal ecologists study adaptations, beneficial features arising by the natural selection that allows organisms to live in specific habitats. These adaptations can be morphological, physiological, or behavioral. So, dito naman, ito yung sa organism, these are the um, anything na makikita natin sa isang cell or sa isang species. These are the organisms. Ito yung mga kunwari living organisms. Yun yung mga bacteria, yung mga fungi, yun yung mga nakikita sa microscope. So next is the population. So it is also under the ecology because a population is a group of organisms of the same species that live in the same area at the same time. Population ecologists study the size, density, and structure of the populations and how they change over time. So dito na pumapasok yung example natin where the scientists or the ecologist itself study how people change throughout the years, how people adapt to their environment throughout the years, and how people cope up with the resources na makikita nila within their environment or within the vicinity of their homes or their area or the area where they live. So, yon. Next slide. Next is the community. Also, community is under the ecology scale. So, community is a biological community consists of all the populations of different species that live in a given area. Community ecologists focus on interactions between populations and how these interactions shape the community. So, community, as we can see, lagi natin nai-encounter tong word na to. So, what we don't know is under siya ng ecology itself. So, dito sa community, ito yung parang the area or specific area where the people live in. And sa community, there are interactions between many organisms, especially the human organism. So, yeah. So, next is the biosphere. The biosphere is the planet Earth itself, viewed as an ecological system. Ecologists working at the biosphere level may study global patterns, for example, climate or species distribution, interactions among ecosystems, and phenomena that affect the entire globe such as climate change. So dito na pumapasok or we can set an example for this is kung ano yung mismong nakikita natin within the surface of the earth. Itong tawag dito is biosphere. The mountains, the rivers, all the uh, water, oceans, lahat. Ito na yung dito na yung nakikita natin which is it is named as the biosphere. So next, what is ito yung next. Okay, so what is ecosystem? As we all know, ecosystem consists of all the organisms in an area, the community and the abiotic factors that influence the community. Ecosystem ecologists often focus on flow of energy and recycling of nutrients, geographic area where plants, animals, and other organisms as well as weather and landscape work together to form a bubble of life. Kaya nang in-explain ni Nicole kanina sa previous topics that ito yung example. It is interconnected. The process of the sun giving light to the trees and the trees producing producing
Oxygen.
producing foods for the animals. Magkakakonekta lahat siya. It is a cycle itself. So, next slide. So, eto. Meron tayong ilang types of ecosystem. We can give an example. These are some of the examples. Number one is the aquatic ecosystem and terrestrial ecosystem. So, ano nga ba? What is the uh, types of ecosystem na nakapaloob sa aquatic ecosystem? Number one is the freshwater. Dito na yung lentic, lotic, and wetlands. Ito na yung mga rivers, yung mga ocean, yung mga lake. Next is the marine ecosystem. So, sa terrestrial ecosystem naman, dito nakapaloob yung forest ecosystem, grassland, mountain, and desert. Ito naman yung mga, as we can see on the example, ito na yung mga mountains, yung mga process of living or process of producing producing a food na nakikita natin sa forest, grassland, and mountains. So, yun po.
Also additional,
Thank you.
parang in summary, yung aquatic
Sige.
ecosystem is body of water, while the terrestrial ecosystem talks about the land. Yun lang po. Yun na. End na po ng discussion. Thank you po.